Hello guys, welcome back to another tutorial. Today we'll be making these shorts, and the materials needed are your white yarn. You can use any yarn of your preference. I'll be making use of this white yarn, 4mm hook, stitch marker, scissors and your tape rule, and also a little bit of these colorful yarns to complete the shorts. Starting with our white yarn, slip knot and make 60 chains. Measure your chain, and that gives us 18 inches. So we'll be making the front separately and the back separately. Now skip one and HDC in the chains. You continue to make one HDC in the chains. This is the first row. Pick up your stitch marker and insert your stitch marker in the middle. To do that, count 29 stitches here and also 29 stitches here. On the 30th stitch, you place your stitch marker, and that's where we'll be making our increase. For row 2, chain 1, HDC in the same stitch as your chain 1, HDC all the way till you get to your stitch marker. At this point where there's a stitch marker, make one HDC, chain 1, one HDC in the same space, and continue with only one HDC. Place back your stitch marker in your chain 1 space in the middle, and continue to make one HDC for the rest of row 2. For row 3, chain 1 and HDC in the same stitch as chain 1. Now repeat row 2 for row 3 until you have 17 rows. Just make sure you make one HDC in the stitches, and when you get to this middle point, you make one HDC, chain 1 HDC, and you proceed with just one HDCs. Now I have 17 rows here already. Make another copy to make it 2. This is the first panel and this is the second panel, and the next thing to do is to make the crotch. To do that, you pick one panel, you work with any of the panels. This is the midpoint. Count 3 stitches backwards. 1, 2, 3. Insert your crochet hook and work single crochets inside. So that's three single crochets. Then in the middle you make one single crochet, and in the next 3 stitches you make single crochets. And in total that should be 7 single crochets. So turn your work and single crochet in the first stitch, then in the next 6 stitches. So you continue to do this till you have 8 rows of single crochet. Now I have 8 rows of single crochet, and I'm going to join it with the other panel. So make sure that it's rightly placed, then count 3 stitches backwards, pass your yarn through the stitch, in the same stitch work your single crochet. Make sure the crotch part and the second panel is placed together. Then work your single crochets into the mid section of the crotch and also the panel. So continue working single crochet for the next 3 stitches, and this is the last stitch. Single crochet, chain 1 out of your yarn. Okay, so now that both panels are joined, you can go ahead to remove your stitch marker. Then proceed to the tie section. For the first round, we are going to make use of white color. So we'll be working 1 HDCs into the stitches round the tie. Start working from here. Chain 1 in the same space. Work HDCs into the stitches, not the upper stitch right here, but below it. So work your stitches, work your HDCs into the stitches below. I'm at the crotch section now, so I'm going to work 1 HDCs into the stitches as well. So continue working HDCs. We'll be changing our color to pink for the next round. Single crochet to make it firm, then in the same space work your HDC. So continue working 1 HDCs all round. Now for the next 4 rounds, work your other colors. Then you repeat the same thing you did here for the other side. For the upper part, we are going to make a rib pattern, making use of front post DC and back post DC. So to do that, front post DC like so. It's just your normal DC, but then you'll be passing it from the front. That's the front post DC, then back post DC. I'm going to do another front post DC. So you push it up, then you work your DC for the front post DC, and for the back you push your stitch, your HDC to the back, and then you work your DC. For your front post DC, you push your stitch to the front, work your DC, and for the back you push it to the back, you stitch the back and work your DCs. This is the first row of my front post DC and back post DC. So I'm going to make the second row now. So front post DC, just keep following the pattern. You see that the next one is back, so work back. You work your back post DC. The next is front, you work your front. The next is back. You can see at the back, you work your back post DC. The next is front. So that's how you continue to work your front and back post DC. Then you chain one and cut off your yarn. You also repeat the same thing. You also repeat the same thing for the other panel. Two rows of front post DC and back post DC. This is what it looks like now for the front and the back for both sides. This is it. This is the first ties. The first tie, this is the second tie section, and then the ribbon pattern, front post DC, back post DC, 2 rows of the pattern for the front and also for the back panel. Now we'll move on to making the adjustable ropes. We'll be passing across the sides. For the adjustable rope, make 250 chains. This is my 200 chains. I have 2 of this, and this is my 250. The 250 chains will be for this part, for the ribbon pattern, and the 200 chains will be for the sides. You can decide to weave in your ends before passing the ropes, or you can pass the rope first before weaving in your ends. For the purpose of this video, I'll be passing the rope first, and I'll be starting from this point. From this point. That's the point where I started my front post DC and back post DC. So make sure it's of the same length, at least almost the same length. Okay. Then cross it and pass it onto the next. You skip 2 rows, and in the third row you pass your adjustable rope into it. Do the same thing for the other side. Then repeat the same process. Skip 2 stitches. In the next stitch, you pass your adjustable rope. You do that also for the other side. So you continue to repeat this pattern. You continue to repeat this process till you get to the end of the shorts. Past the adjustable rows for this side, I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. So here we have it, and finally we are going to pass the rope for the waistline. I'm starting at the middle. So So insert your crochet hook into the top front post DC. You insert your crochet hook and pass your rope into the DCs like so. So to connect these ends together, pass your crochet hook into the front post DC. This is the last one, so make sure you pick it as well, and then you pass your rope through the DCs. Yeah, that's how to do that. So continue passing your rope. We've successfully passed the ropes, but here you can see this rope is shorter than the other one, so you are going to adjust it to make it of the same length or almost the same length. Yeah, finally weave in your ends. In case you've not yet done that, weave in your ends and trim it. And that's that about this tutorial. If you love this tutorial, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more tutorials.